What that bitch is when I fuck me. Get money, get money. Get money, get money.
You believe love could really last forever? Because I really think that
chemistry is a solid thing to build off of. I move off of passion. I never move off of logistics. Like everything could be a mess, or we're gonna figure it out, or everything could be great.
if you really feel passionate
everything
about
could be
them.
great,
Yeah.
and I really don't like you, and you know what? I'm gonna go figure it out on my own. Like it's all about a matter, and chemistry is a big thing.
I
really
believe
is.
that. I feel you on that. I just but I also feel like over time, I don't think we're all meant to be with one person. It sounds weird. It sounds crazy.
I've had
I think
guys,
you can love multiple people. Is what I'm trying to say. Like you don't gotta be with multiple people, but you can.
Oh my God.
You can love multiple people.
Yo.
Like people might think you're like might think I'm crazy for saying this, but I really think in this lifetime you're gonna love certain people. Like you're gonna love this person. You might not be with this person.
You're gonna have multiple soulmates type thing.
Yeah, I really don't think that like we're made to just be with
one person.
Like love one person at least, not made to be one, but love one person. I think you might still love somebody else, and you can. They don't touch the love you have for this person. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It don't have to always interfere.
That's attachment.
Attachment.
Yeah, attachment. So there's a difference between attachment and love. But like going back, I got my cards read one time, and the lady was telling me, she's like, "Oh, I see you with a guy." And my best friend's sitting there, right? And I just had my son. He's literally like 6 weeks old. And she's like, "I see you with another guy." She's like, "And another guy, and another guy."
She keep adding these niggas on.
Real hot girl shit.
And I'm looking at my best friend,
What's she trying to say?
and she's looking at me, and I'm like, "Yo, I don't know any of these men. I don't know." And like she's looking at me, I'm looking at her. I'm like, "Bitch, I don't know." And like
Talking shit.
the lady had to stop because she realized that we were looking at each other crazy, and she's like, most people in life think that they have one soulmate, and she's like, that's not true. Your soul can be compatible with multiple souls. There's some people that have multiple soulmates, and
That's what I meant.
I learned that now because I feel like my son's dad. You guys know that he passed away.
God rest his soul. Yeah.
But I feel like he was my soulmate, and but he's gone.
It doesn't mean I don't think that dies though. I think he's still one of your soulmates that you met in this life.
Yeah, that's a fact.
To my
And
soul.
let me say something real quick. So like soul, right? Soul. I mean SOL, solar. I'm talking about the sun.
Yeah.
The sun is a star. We are all
Energy.
stars. Energy.
Energy is light.
Energy
Okay.
is light.
Y'all
Right?
paying attention.
Get me? How many stars?
I paid attention to science.
How many stars are in the sky?
12?
You see?
Nigga!
Those are all stars.
I
Those
said
are our
12.
suns,
I
right?
said 12.
Not
12.
That's a million. There's a million.
He was confident. 12.
Are you smart?
There's a million stars in the sky, right?
Yeah.
So like, we are all soul. We all have a soul, right? So this is why I think. So when we pass, our soul goes up there.
We're stars.
And we're stars.
Well, you know what they say.
You see how the stars
They
connect.
connect.
Like, that's Orion.
Those are people that you connecting with.
I mean,
Well, you know what they say is that
we're all solar.
energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be
Be
transferred.
transferred.
So on
Niggas
that
is
note,
dropping bombs. Shit.
On that
note,
note.
hold on. Tap up on that note.
Tap up
on that.
You wear tattoo artists. I see there's an elephant right here. Is the elephant your favorite animal, or where'd you get that?
No, so elephants remember my dad, so I didn't really know him. The only thing I knew is my mom had elephants everywhere, all over the house, and I feel like she never really grieved my dad. Like she never really grieved their breakup, their divorce, like you know. And but there was elephants everywhere, and I was, why is there elephants all over the house? Your dad loved elephants, and she got into these crazy stories about my dad. And I discovered so much about my father through elephants because I would ask like, Mom, what's with the elephant? Why another elephant? Why this? Why that? For some reason, I would always ask, and she'd always have a story about him. So I feel like I got to know my dad, and they literally have an elephant god, Ganesh, and if you pray to him,
That's what the thing with the little band. He got like a band over his head.
He goes like this. He has like the.
Yup.
And this is a very spiritual symbol, and it stands for soul above, soul below. So what happens?
Above, so below.
It's just like Buddhism.
This is Buddha. This is almost every spirituality.
Yeah, a lot of spiritualities, they have the same principles, different dynamics, but they all really come together. If you want to get deep into it, it goes back to what they call this is science, the Big Bang Theory.
Nothing's new under the sun.
That's a big topic.
Nothing's new under the soul.
Yeah. within. So
just new to
without
me.
things like that, you know how they're saying karma. What you
Yeah.
put out, you
What
get
you
back.
get back.
Good,
You get
come
back.
back.
As above,
Bad,
so
come
below.
back.
As within, so
It's
without.
a threefold law with the universe.
Exactly.
It's a boomerang,
Threefold.
really.
Threefold.
Wow.
What got you into tattooing? Like, what made Amber wake up one day and was like, like, was you always artistic? Did you always draw?
Yeah. I was always artistic. So you want to know what happened is that I bounced around a lot as a child.
Mm-hmm.
My mom has mental health issues and stuff, and like so, I feel like I went to go live with my aunt. Whatever. I was doing shady stuff. I was like stealing.
Mm-hmm.
I was stealing a lot.
I used to steal.
I was stealing a lot.
Listen, Target, if you're watching this, I owe y'all niggas about $1,500. Y'all better
I
go
was
check.
stealing a
got
lot.
banned.
I went
CVS.
Christmas shopping, nigga.
Yeah, like I was
Banned
stealing
from
out of my
CVS,
aunt's
nigga.
friends' purses, like hundreds of dollars.
Oh,
like
okay.
I was getting
stealing.
to it.
That's a professional stealing, Booch.
Yeah.
When you're stealing grandma shit and auntie shit.
Yeah, and I was only like
They gotta put a lock
9
on the
years
fridge.
old, and I was grounded for like the whole summer. When I got
Yeah.
caught,
You was down.
I was down. I couldn't call none of my friends. The landlines, they really were on. Like, she's on the phone.
Your
They
parents
knew.
ain't buying you shit now because
Nah,
like, oh,
I
you
can't
stealing.
watch TV. I can't do nothing.
Damn.
So I used to play the keyboard, and I was like learning like little piano songs. And then I really liked anime, and I was like, I want to draw this stuff. So I just started
You watch Dragon
drawing,
Ball Z?
and
I'm sorry. You watch Dragon
I
Ball
did.
Z?
I did back then.
Shout
I
out
haven't
to
watched
the
anime in a while.
Dragon Ball Z's the GOAT.
Forever.
Okay.
But yeah, I started drawing whatever. I picked it up, put it down. Like in my teenage years, I put it down, and I started doing other things. Reckless kids, smoking,
Yeah.
drinking, hanging
Oh, we
out.
all
Yeah,
dabbled
you know what
in.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Facts.
And then as an adult, I found myself in the darkest moment of my life. Like it was like life or death dark. And I just picked up the pencil and started doodling. And then somebody told me like, you're really good at what you're doing. Like you should be a tattoo artist or something. Like, you know what I mean? And I was like, me? Like,
You're like-
I'm like me? Like
Kinda
I
disbelief.
don't think because like why would somebody want my art on their body?
Nah, it's a fact because it's crazy because one of my she's kind of like my cousin kind of, but she's an artist, and I had her do like the sun. I'm not putting my whole sleeve up, but it's a sun right here. Shout out to Arts by B, Bejana, but she's like a cousin of mine. So like
I've
she
heard
does
of her.
no Bejana. She
world.
did.
She's getting into it.
Yeah,
she
did,
does. She
did.
paints.
Yeah, she paints.
Yeah,
so
my-
she's
she-
nice.
yeah,
She's a real artist, and like she got into tattooing a little bit. I was like, yo, I trust in your art. Like you are an artistic person. I know who I am. Like I am Boots, son. So like I want the sun on
Word
my
to
arm.
jaw, son.
Yep.
So she painted she did one of her paints. Like she like painted the sun. It's like, all right, put this shit on my arm. Like I think it's good to support local artists
For
Like,
sure.
Yeah,
I get it.
she,
This is your skin. But at the
Yeah.
same time, if you really, it's
First of all,
it's gonna get old.
I
It's
hate
gonna-
when people say that, and I know you probably hear this as a tattoo artist. I hate my mom always used to say this. Your body is your temple. Why would you do
It
that?
is your temple.
My
though.
body is my temple. Therefore, it's my body and it's my temple. If I want to
Facts.
graffiti up my temple,
Exactly.
that's what I want to do. I feel
Exactly.
like tattoos also give you a sense of
It gives you a story.
of a story and
Character.
characteristics to yourself. Like, this is my story. Like,
Exactly.
the shit I got on me, I believe in. Like, on my chest piece, I got my hood where I'm from. I got snakes. I got a crow. That describes the feelings I felt growing up where we grew up.
Facts.
Well, I feel like
How do you
that-
feel?
I agree. I 100% agree with you. The only thing is that we are a new generation. So
That's facts. Talk about it.
Tattoos are becoming more socially
Talk about it.
acceptable.
Exactly.
And but originally they weren't. And tattoos originated from sailors.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, sailors who were like in the Navy and the Army and stuff, and like they were very a manly thing. And when I was a kid, my uncle was a tattoo artist. I think that's I got it
What
from.
got you the talent from?
They used to bring me everywhere because they used to do tattoo parties. Because when I was a kid, tattoos were illegal in Massachusetts.
Yeah,
There
that's a
was
fact.
no
People don't even
tattoo
know
shops.
that too.
For real? I didn't
Tattoos
know that.
really
Yeah.
wasn't legal at a point.
Going back, when I was a kid, there was no.
It's not even
tattoo
going
shops
back
in
that far. It's
Massachusetts.
not going back that
Yeah.
far.
To the point where I can remember. So I mean, I'm only 28 years old. So I mean, back then, like I really watched him. He used to go hard. And like he had a girl that he worked with. I loved her. I used to draw all over myself when I would be stuck at these stupid tattoo parties. I'm like, I want to go home. No, I'm not getting no tattoos. You know, I used to draw all over myself. I used to dream my first tattoo. And like, I remember those days. And like, yo, the evolution of it is like, it's come so far.
But the acceptability, I feel like we still come so far. But I mean, like, same with dreads. Same with tattoos in the work environment. Like, why the fuck does this have anything to do with your work?
Your work ethic. It has nothing to do with who you are as a person. Tattoos is a way of expressing
yourself. It's a way of expressing yourself. The same way people dress.
Facts.
The same way I look at tats. Like, that's something that is meaningful to you. That's something that you want to add. It tells your story, or it's something that you like. Like,
you know what's crazy? I had someone that I had someone that's mad like religious one time. She was like, "Yo, you have tattoos on you? Like, what's wrong with you?" While she's eating a bacon, egg, and cheeseburger. I'm like, bro, you're eating pig,
it's the bacon
bro.
that fucking woman also in this profession of tattooing. Like, how is it being a woman in this profession? Do you feel like it's harder to gain respect as an artist? And do you also feel like, you know, your work is respected?
Well,
sorry, I hit you with that.
Nah. I love that. Wonder why? Because if it wasn't a denominating industry, I wouldn't be in it. I'll say that much. Because for some reason, I always find myself, I'm competitive. I'm competitive. And who to go up against besides like your opposing sex? Great, right? I gotta get this. And like, it's a sport. It is. It's a competitive sport too.
That's how I feel about rap.
It is. Yeah.
And podcasting.
It is. And like,
a couple niggas got bodied.
Yo, I'm surrounded by men all day. I am. And like I said, I have a lot of masculinity. I know those girls who are like, those are their bros. But no, really, those are my bros for real.
Yeah.
Like,
we know those are my bros. I don't get that energy.
Nah. I spent all day with these guys. And there's another girl who works in my shop, and we have a female receptionist. She does microblading. And but for the majority and most part, I spend my days with the guys. Okay. And I wouldn't have it anyway. Yo, I did makeup for a while. Nothing crazy. No MUA shit. But I was the makeup artist at the Bobby Brown counter. And I hated working with all girls.
Hated it?
It was.
But do you feel like working with all these guys
like
kind of puts a pressure on you?
For
like,
what?
Like when say you see their artwork, they're tatting somebody, and then, you know.
Why can't I do that?
Exactly.
Does
What's
that
different?
make,
We have the same hands.
No, but does that bring your competitiveness out more? Like, fuck out of here. I'm the only girl in here. I gotta represent type shit.
Yo, but I've always been into boy sports, not literal sports.
So you always been competing with the dudes.
Not technical boy sports, but like boy play.
You want to do what they doing?
Yeah, like I have an older brother.
Oh, okay.
I have an older brother, like I said. He's the only one that we have the same mom and dad. So we have the same mom. We're the only ones with the same mom. That's who really understands my struggle because my mom is a piece of work. But like, yo, he always took me with him. My mom, take your sister. You know how that goes. Take your sister. Yeah. So I feel like I was
one of the guys
thrown out there as a child into that environment.
You one of the guys.
Yeah, blend in.
What up,
it was to the point where I wanted to wear boy clothes. And I thank God my mom like
stopped you.
Yo, she wouldn't let me leave the house.
Yeah.
She was like, you can't leave the house. Look at that. Like, you're a girl. And like, she's old school Italian, so she's not into the like dressing like a boy stuff and stuff like that. So like, she was adamant on like, I remember sitting in my room for hours, like she'll cave in, and like she didn't. I just changed into girl clothes to leave the house.
Cut it out.
Yeah, so it was cool though, cause like I have that feminine in me where it's like, you know what I mean. I look the part as a girl, but like I have that masculine energy where it's like, still, so who wants to play kickball?
Right.
Like, you know?
That's dope though, cause not a lot of women are like that these days. A lot of women are too cool. I'm not gonna say all women, but some women are too cool. Like, I feel like we put a sex on stuff. Like, there shouldn't be a sex on activities and wanting to be, like, you know what I mean? If you want to play sports, play sports. I love me a girl that's gonna want to play kickball with a nigga. Come on, play kickball.
However, I'm not gonna allow a man to play UFC fighting with another woman.
Okay, well, some sports,
but he might get his ass whooped.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
However,
don't get it twisted.
He might get his ass whooped.
there's some biological.
Yeah,
thing.
there's most times.
For sure.
I don't allow niggas
You
to
right.
hit women.
You
Like, I don't go up trying to fight any man.
You're right.
Because
But
I know
if we're not
that's
talking
a
a
win.
fighting sport, I mean, as far as just like football, I would love. First of all, if a girl came, if a girl,
football's still crazy.
If a bit,
football's still crazy. I'm not allowing
football's no. I'll play football. Listen, if a girl
Another
came up to me when
woman.
I was 12 years old and was like, "Yo, listen, I want to play football with you and your cousin. We used to play every day, 2-on-2, tackle."
Then
in
we need
King's
another
School.
player. She's in.
Facts. I'ma like her.
She's in.
I'ma like her. I'ma like her. She's out here. She catching shit. She's
She's
throwing
scared of
shit.
us.
I like
Yeah.
that. I don't know. I like that.
I don't know about.
Yo, that's me.
I
Is
would like
that
I'm not-
as a
She's
woman?
tough.
I'm not like
As
that.
a woman in a male-dominating industry, you have to be like that. You have to be like, I ain't scared to play.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
play basketball.
but like
yes.
it becomes like a mental thing where you're really not. You're not. You don't see people as their gender. You just see people as artists.